Ah, you're cute. You must see this. It's penguin.
That's right.
Alan's such a dream dog.
Yeah, it's a big rock.
Alright, good afternoon everybody. My name's Nathan and welcome to the Penguin Talk. As you'll notice, the feeding's already commenced inside, so while everybody's having a little bit of a look, I'll tell you all about these penguins. So for a start, if you don't know what type of penguin these are what you call little penguins. Also known as fairy penguins, and if you're from New Zealand, you'll know them as little blue penguins. As the name suggests, they are the smallest of the 17 penguin species found throughout the world. That's right, these are as big as they get. They're around about 30 centimetres high and they'll weigh on average only 1 kilogram. So a bit like a small 1 litre carton of milk. They really are pretty tiny. Very well camouflaged. You can see they've got that dark blue on top, that lighter white underneath, all for camouflage. So predators such as seals and sharks, if they're looking up, that white colour blends in with the light coming down, and if the predator's looking down, the blue camouflages down in more with the bottom. You can see the feeding. Our penguin exhibit first opened in 1997, and it all started with 4 penguins from the Melbourne Zoo. So as you can see, we've got more than 4 now. Currently we have 16 little penguins, and we have successfully bred out over 50 little penguin chicks since we first opened this exhibit. So certainly very good. We do breed some. We used to release some back into the wild. We can give them to other zoos, put them back in our aquarium, that sort of thing. So quite special. We feed the penguins twice a day. The morning doesn't tend to be a public feed. We can train them to use the scales, that sort of thing. We feed them predominantly fish. So we feed them pilchard, maybe a bit of red spot whiting. In the wild, they're also going to eat squid as well. So predominantly fish and squid in the wild. Now you may wonder, how does a penguin hang on to that fish? They've essentially developed special spikes on their tongue and the roof of their mouth to hang on to their slippery prey. So they've got very spiky tongues and the roof of their mouth. Main tip, you don't want to kiss a penguin. So they really are quite well equipped in there for hanging on to their prey items. And their flippers, as you can see, can't really grasp onto the things either. They're quite awkward looking on land, but quite free swimming down in the water. Now does anyone here think that penguins can fly? Hands up if you think penguins are a flying bird. No one's probably the typical answer I get. Penguins actually are classified as a flying bird. But don't get me wrong, they don't fly in the air, but they fly in the water. So they've still got a keel bone, just like the other flying birds do, that attaches their flight muscles. So their wings have essentially evolved into flippers, and when they're swimming, it's essentially that same sort of flapping motion. That's how they get around. They've got more feathers on their body than any other bird.